Welcome to Useless Agent. This program is not meant for children of any age. Enjoy my nightmares.
Stay chasing.
Okay, let's do this.
Enjoy it. Stop crying. I'm just a city guy, living fly, getting high. Living till I die, getting by, whipping by. Staying solidified, big time to different sides. Here's your ticket, ride, follow if you feel my vibe. I'm just a city guy, living fly, getting high. Living till I die, getting by, whipping by. Staying solidified, big time to different sides. Here's your ticket, ride, follow if you feel my vibe.
50. Smile on your face. Nobody give a fuck about 40. Nobody remember 40. And y'all niggas just giving me way too many 40-degree days. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Alrighty then. That's all I need to do. And alright. So, I know we've been going through some constant changes with the site, and I'm still having trouble with that text. I'm sorry about that. Nothing I can seem to do about that. All right, today is the 10th of October, and so we're gonna go ahead and just go right into it. Today we're talking about the constant MAGA lies that are being used to basically turn Hurricane Helene into this political, platform. And the truth is, Republicans have no standing on this whatsoever. Now, there's a really great article that I managed to find on NPR, and so this article manages to really go into detail on debunking a lot of these lies that the right seems to keep jumping into. And again, it's not like we don't have fucking fact checkers, So there's even another one that page that I found where it has the entire listing of everyone that voted against FEMA funding. So again, Republicans, I don't know where you're getting the balls to say anything, because you guys seem to be the only fucking ones voting against us every single time. So starting off, let's see. So starting off, basically, the average MAGA will be talking about Hurricane Helene, and they will gaslight on the idea that this is causing money being spent over for immigrants that should be going to Americans. That's a lie. That is also a lie. Now, there's also a really huge lie, because the right loves to say and punch down on the immigrants and the marginalized. So when they start to pound down on the they took her gerbs kind of shit, you can always get them with, there's no uptick in unemployment. So if Americans were losing their jobs and these immigrants were just taking their jobs, you'd see a spike in unemployment. And we've seen unemployment constantly going down. So there's no leg to stand on. No one's losing their jobs to immigrants, And again, I worked in a immigrant kind of job where we did detail cleaning, steam hoods and all that shit, and grease traps. And again, my buddies that I had to pay under the table were always the absolute most dependable guys that I can get. Anyone I try to pay over the table were often just have a spoiled attitude. They think that they're going to be able to just take a break at any time. Well, in steam cleaning and grease traps, you need to be lifting 300-pound fucking fryers. So no, I need you to be here to lift this with me. So it's all horseshit. So the only thing that I could find that was actually that had risen was the increase in violence. And it's amazing to look at, pre-MAGA and post-MAGA. And when you look at pre-MAGA, numbers were down to 723.6 deaths per 100K. And then that bounced up to, I think it bounced up 6% in 2022 to an average of 3 million a year. And so that was like 3.5. And so that's the only thing that I'm seeing is a rise in is fucking violence. And of course, it's because you have a TV that's feeding you just fear mongering. Now, the next few lies are on the actual FEMA funding. All right, people, especially Trump, I'm going to show this little clip and then we'll just go right ahead and debunk it. It is Trump trying to talk about what the problems are in North Carolina that do not. He's absolutely wrong. So let's go ahead and throw that up there. And hopefully we can actually put this one up on YouTube. We haven't been able to lately because I smoke it during my videos. So yeah, here we go. Here comes his fucking next word salad.
Helene, and it's just a bunch of word salad. Let's play this clip right here.
But more importantly than that is they don't have the people. They're not doing it. It's a very bad thing.
How would you do it differently?
I'd have a tremendous team of people here. They don't have any people here. The people are all, I was in North Carolina yesterday. I was in Georgia. And Georgia's different. You have a good governor. He's doing a very good job. But North Carolina is a disaster. And it was also hit very hard. But they don't have the people. And they're
I put that shit into actual text, and it was one of the dumbest sentences I've ever had to read out. Now, the fact is, they have over 7,000 plus federal personnel, 15 million meals, 14 million liters of water, 157 generators, over more than 500,000 tarps, and 3,000 residents have been rescued. There's 1,200 SNR teams, which are the search and rescue teams. So to try and say that there are no people, you're full of shit. And of course, he's going to do that. That's what he's only going to fearmonger. That's what his job is. He has nothing to run on. So he's going to keep pushing on to these lies. Now, again, you could simply go to that NPR editorial that I was reading. But this is pretty much like the Cliff Notes. And so when it comes down to actual North Carolina, we heard Trump saying that he was in North Carolina, but then he jumped back to Georgia and then said he was in North Carolina. Did you guys notice that shit? Let's hear that again.
team of people here. They don't have any people here. The people are all, I was in North Carolina yesterday. I was in Georgia. And Georgia's different. You have a good governor. He's doing a very good job.
I don't think you know this, but Georgia and North Carolina, 440 miles away. It's almost 500 miles away, dude. What the fuck are you talking about? So then I thought, maybe, is there a city named Georgia in South Carolina? No, there's not. Being from Illinois and being from Chicago, I'm not really familiar with my, I'm not super up to date with my geography, so I kind of had to look it up. But, I'm not going to lie. All right, so let's see, $100 million in federal transpo to North Carolina. Now, you have to remember, there are 6 states that FEMA is helping out right now. So amongst these 6 states is North Carolina, but in North Carolina alone, you got $100 million in federal transportation money for rebuilding on infrastructure, the roads, the bridges. Of course, there's going to be a lot of damaged infrastructure, so FEMA is going to be bringing this in. Now, there's also a lie about this $750 lie. And that's what I've been calling it. And so Trump is basically telling people, and so are other fucking, Vance, I think, said the same shit. But he's basically saying that, sorry, when you lose your home and after all that shit, that they give you $750 for your home. That's a fucking lie. All right. The truth is, the $750 thing is for immediate use. They give you I'm guessing they just give you a card. They usually do things in cards now. But right now they're giving you $750. That's not for your house. That's for anything that you might need at this second. So it's for emergency and immediate care. And so FEMA added the SNA, which is the Serious Need Assistance Fund. Now, that was never even a part of FEMA. They just added that this year. So, so in exchange for losing their homes, the truth is earlier this year they prepared for this, and so they added this onto the rules of FEMA. And so, no, it's not an exchange. It is literally just relief effort for immediate assistance. FEMA also covers storm-related damages to homes and personal property. But for the most part, I think that's really up to like your home ownership and all that shit. That's where all that flood insurance comes in and all that fucking confusing shit that's all red tape. Another falsehood that they like to bring out is that FEMA has no money left. Now, this is similar to the lie about when he lied about someone else. When he lied about fucking NORAD, and he tried to say that NORAD needs to cough up the money, and that's not how NORAD works. It's really clear he's not sure how any of the tentacles of government work. So instead of just being real about it, he says, they're losing their homes, and they're only getting $750 for it. No, it's getting $750 so that way you can be like, here, in case you need fucking formula, milk, whatever the fuck you need, here's some money, and I'm sure a fucking lot of people are going to need that goddamn money right now. So when it comes down to FEMA funds, now here's another lie they like to fucking tell you is that FEMA is out of money and won't be able to afford anything. Now, FEMA is required to give monthly statements and status reports to the DRF, the Disaster Relief Fund. Now, FEMA is a part of the Disaster Relief Fund, okay? So it's like a derivative of. So if the DRF is controlled by Congress, then that means that FEMA is controlled by Congress. Now, I think I remember a certain dumbass fucking blonde-haired, bleach blonde, butch-bodied freak saying that FEMA does not cover through Congress. Yeah, that's where the money's allocated from. And when you look down into the actual numbers, and I really mean, like, look at the numbers, like the only 82 people to fucking vote against it were Republican. The only 18 senators to disapprove of FEMA funds were the typical fucking brat pack of Marjorie Taylor Greene, Bobo the Clown, all of them, Matt Gaetz. And so it really just shows you that none of these people have your interest in mind. None of these Republicans give a flying fuck about you. They just really want to keep that job so they can fucking just sit on their ass. And that's That's the dream of every American. All right. And the sad thing is, it's not. Some of us really enjoy working and really enjoy trying to bring out the truth and telling you what is actually going on rather than fucking lying to you and telling you that fucking North Carolina is on fire and everybody's screaming at the top of the fucking roof of them. Yeah, it's not true. It's simply not true. And yeah, like I said, when you look at all the money that's relocated, when you look at people like Virginia Fox, again, Virginia Fox is just another perfect example of the old world that needs to go away. The world that really needs to go away. The no-doers, you know. There's the do-gooders, the bad doers. Then there's just the no-doers. And, you know, that's who Virginia Fox was. She's a hateful person. She's the example of why we need term limits and why we need them now. And not to be implemented only in one or two offices, but for every office, including the fucking especially the Supreme Court. And, you know, because when it comes down to this bullshit, no one but the clergy has lifetime roles. And the clergy are no fucking gold standard to be putting yourself to. You know, clergymen remind me a lot of cops because every time they're caught for misconduct or some sort of fucking bullshit, you never see them face real repercussion. You see them get transferred. They're always transferred over, and now it's some other city's fucking problem. And, you know, it just tells you that everything's still going according to plan. And unless there's a legal recommendation, nothing will be done. And it's the same thing with the police. This is why I'm so proud to be friends with guys like Brett Cross. And, we got to see one of the coolest things. Our friend over at TikTok, our friend Stinker Reborn. He's Stinkster Reborn is probably one of the best creators when it comes down to just my friends. I love the guy. We do plan on doing something together. We're just not sure what it is or what kind of format. But I want to go ahead and take the time to put out the fact that my buddy, you know, oh shit, no. My buddy was on, you know, the Midas Touch Network, which is a fucking big deal to us because, you know, he fucking deserved it, you know. He deserved it. And the fact that, you know, we often feel like we're just speaking into the ether and there is nobody around to really listen to us. You know, it's nice to know that that's not true. Midas Touch Network, they didn't reach out, but they took the video from TikTok and aired it. And what was hilarious was the Stink had no clue. He didn't know anything about it. And so let's go ahead and pull him up. He had no clue about it. I was the one to call him and tell him, not only are you on the show, but you're on the fucking thumbnail. You are the thumbnail. And he just can't believe it. And so right here, this is our brother. And what's really cool is that he even gets, you know, kind of a little intro, and they really like save him for last. And it's just pretty awesome. Or did I accidentally run over him? I ran over him, sorry. All right. So they even gave him a cool little intro and shit.
Telling them that Donald Trump plans to cut overtime completely. And we've heard Donald Trump say this numerous times in even just the past few days. But here is this union member sounding the alarm. Check this out.
Oh, they got my bubble this morning. All over the garage. You know what they were talking about, my union brothers and my union sisters? They were talking about Donald Trump saying that there was going to be no tax on overtime. Well, I had to dig into this a little bit, and I found this. Read it, because you don't know this, my union brothers and sisters. They are basically taking your hours and making it 160-hour work month. You know why he's saying that there's going to be no tax on overtime, guys and gals? Because there isn't going to be any. That's right. We live and breathe off our overtime. It fuels our lives. And this traitor that you plan on voting for as a union brother or sister is going to take that away. No more overtime. So, of course, there's not going to be any tax on overtime because it's not going to be there. Also, I would like to take this moment to say that I support the longshoremen of America. We, the IBEW, have your back. Have a day.
Thank you, sir, for spreading the word. It's so important.
You know what? If Stink had a goddamn catchphrase, that's what, you know what, that is his catchphrase. He ends all the videos with have a day, and he's got me saying it, you know. I like saying it now. So yeah, that was our buddy Stink, and we couldn't be more proud of him. And you know, when you're on TikTok and you're doing so much work trying to either just make sense to people, because we really do reach out and we do get real people to change their minds, and it's all about how you reach them and just being a human being about it, not being a fucking tool, and just showing them that, you know, it's not about red or blue or any of that shit. It's just, who gives a shit, you know? And this motherfucker is just, he needs to go away. Just needs to go away. You know, I want my fucking life back. I want my fucking country back. I want my fucking days back, you know, where we talked about movies or, God forbid, just anything else. So, yeah, it really sucks that's the life we're in. You know, these are, I don't know, these are those times. But what's great is opportunities like that, seeing our brother Stink. And, you know, that gives us hope. That gives us a lot of hope, because when you're out there on TikTok, you are always against the grain if you are on the left. And so everything we do is considered an act of protest to the moderators, because the moderators are very, very fringe right people. The fact that you can't even call Donald Trump cheap. I mean, cheap. That's all I said. They took that down. And yet they have men dancing around in blackface. And, you know, I'm glad that I have that video, because they haven't taken that one down. So I like bringing that shit up, that there's an actual fucking video that I'm sure other people still have too, of Pastor Bob, some fucking piece of shit out there in fucking YouTube land or TikTok land, and that piece of shit actually wore blackface playing, it sounded like he was playing The Doors, and it unbelievably disgusting. And yet, you know, we're the underdogs. You know, this is 2024 and we're the underdogs. It's a sad state, but when we see our brothers getting some fucking love by the Midas touch, that means people are listening, people are watching, people are paying attention, and people are going to fucking remember 30, 50 fucking years from now. If you're still alive, they're going to ask that. Who did you fucking run with, you know, during that time? You weren't with the fascists, right? And, you know, the ability to say, fuck no, is just, it will be remembered. So Love you guys. That's all for today. And yeah, go check out Stinker Reborn, and check out some more of Useless Agent shit over on TikTok and all the other fucking places. Yeah, love you guys. Stay safe, stay free, stay yourselves, and most of all, please stay cheesy, my friends. I know it's a difficult world we live in, but we gotta try to remain cheesy here. All right, so have a day.
Welcome to Useless Agent. This program is not meant for children of any age. Enjoy my nightmares.
And stay cheesy.
Okay, let's do this.
Jordan, stop crying. I'm just a city guy, living fly, getting high. Living till I die, getting by, whipping by. Staying solidified, big time to get beside. Here's your ticket, ride, follow if you feel my vibe. I'm just a city guy, living fly, getting high. Living till I die, getting by, whipping by. Staying solidified, big time to get beside. Here's your ticket, ride, follow if you feel my vibe.
50. Smile on your face. Nobody give a fuck about 40. Nobody remember 40. And y'all niggas is giving me way too many 40-degree days. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?